I'm Edward Cullen.
If you saw the title of this video, you probably already know where this is about to go. I didn't want to be the one to say it. I know a lot of people have already said it, but it just was on my mind so bad. Now, I have to set the scene for you a little bit just so you can kind of understand how much I love Twilight. I had every single book, and I used my own money to purchase every book, okay, which is a lot at the time for me when I was younger. I remember we had to go to multiple Target locations because they did not have the softbacks. They only had hardback copies. When I finally did find them, right, in the hardback, they were like $24. And for a little girl, this was a lot. Now, when the first Twilight movie came out, that was 2008, which was 16 years ago. So I don't know if you feel old yet, but just let that sink in. I was 11 years old when the first Twilight movie came out, and I was obsessed. I say that to say, I'm somebody who genuinely, like I said, I love the franchise, I love the movie. So this is coming from somebody with a deep, profound love and respect for the movie, for the actors. Edward Cullen is actually very creepy. And when I say this, I don't just mean him. I mean him, his family, all of it really we can kind of argue is a little creepy, but mainly Edward. And I think I'm going to point out some reasons that you probably know are the most obvious reasons, right? For one, the man is like over 100 years old, right? Why are you at the high school? I'm going to be honest, the whole family, why are y'all at high school? And I think they said they were doing that to be able to stay in a town longer, right? So if you go to school as a freshman and you can continue, but I'm like, everybody in that movie, babe, y'all all look like y'all like, pushing 30. So y'all really could have just looked like normal people. And honestly, a lot of people at the age of 18, which I think most of those characters were turned when they were either grown. So all of y'all could have just lived normal lives in this town for like a good 10 years before, you had to fly the coop. And that brings me to the next most obvious point. Like I said, what are you doing trying to date a high schooler? If Bella is the average age for most high schoolers in the United States, homegirl was either 14, God forbid 13, okay? But she was young, which means he's really creepy. Like, really creepy. No one wants to bring it up. I never wanted to bring it up. If we look at all those high school caps and stuff, it's kind of creepy and weird now when you think about it. What about a 14-year-old is a 100 and something year old man attracted to? I think I ignored that because I was a child and because of like obvious reasons. You're not really caring about that. You're just like, oh, they're mentally still a child. No, they're not. You know what I mean? You've been alive this whole time. Your brain didn't stop developing. Like, well, maybe it did stop developing, but like your brain it was big enough to get information. You're too old to be dating a child. You're telling me in all this time you've never found any human above the age of 18 attractive and been like, oh, I want that person? No, the awkward, shy high schooler is the one that you wanted. That is like so weird. And then the family just kind of, for the most part, accepted it. I'm just like, guys, this is so weird. Now that I'm older looking back, this is something really weird. Edward got a weird case. Why is he around? Why are we letting him around the high school? Why is he trying to talk to the kids? Y'all all are weird, actually. Why is any grown adult trying to stay in high school? You couldn't pay me to go back. You could not pay me to go back to high school. So it's kind of weird. Now, I get it. It's a fictional story, fictional book. But it's all fake, so I'm going to talk too. You know what I mean? Why not? Edward is weird. The behavior is creepy. And I don't know why they could not have been in college. They could have been in college doing this. So maybe that goes back to the author, who by all means is very problematic and, has a lot of issues going on. Let me find her name. Man, back in the day, I would have known it by heart. Stephanie Meyer. I think she's had a lot going on in general, right? From the stuff with Native Americans till now. You know what I mean? She had a lot going on. She has a lot going on. She has a lot of problematic views, and some of the things in the movie, movies are pretty problematic. The things in her book that she's written can be seen as pretty problematic. Her behavior towards what is his name? He played Edward Cullen. Lord, like I said, back in the day, I would have known all this. Robert Pattinson. Her behavior towards him and even the interviews that he did kind of showed that he was a little bit uncomfortable with her behaviors towards him a little bit. So there's a lot of problematic things flying around the room. I'm thinking about giving a whole video just to Twilight itself to touch on like the Native American things and some of the writings and some of the beliefs that she had, from the characters only being white to the issues she's had with casting directors that they've talked about. Like, it's a lot of things that have come out about this lady that are not nice and not good and not fun. And so if you would be down for that, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Comment down below what video you think I should make next, or movie you want me to touch on or talk about. And thank you all. Have a blessed day.